talked about a hugely important subject on Sunday. It was the subject of barriers, walls, things that get in the way of our relationship with God. We looked at the story of Joshua when he is in the city of Jericho and God's leading Joshua and his people to take over the city of Jericho. And all that they see when they approach the city as they look up at this city that's very well fortified up on a hill, they see walls, barriers, things that are in the way of them being able to go all the way in to the promised land that God has planned for them. And this wall stands directly in their path. The walls of Jericho are something that God miraculously tore down. It was a sign and a symbol and a picture and a feeling and an event that proved to those people that God wanted above anything else to have a relationship with them, to lead them into a place where that relationship was possible, and to take down anything that got in the way of a relationship with God. God wants to do the same things in your life and my life, and that's tear down walls and tear down barriers. And everyone has barriers. We call them sin, we call them mistakes, we call them habits, we call them thoughts, we call them people, we call them problems, we call them resistance, we call them all kinds of different things. But anything that stands in our way of having a solid, secure relationship with God that God created us for, that's a barrier, and God wants it torn down. So we spent some time looking at what those barriers are, what they look like, and the power that God has, no matter what the barrier is, to tear it down in our lives. This coming Sunday, we jump all the way ahead to the book of 1 Samuel, and we look at when God calls Samuel to ministry, and God calls Samuel to serve him. I'm excited for this new phase. We're now 25% of the way through our Bible in a year, and this marks the next step in our whole reading through the Bible and trying to get the big picture of what God wants for you and for me, and our understanding of who God is.